All right, so we are now streaming. There's actually been quite a bit of news today. I'm actually very excited for this. Hopefully the stream will show up in a second, and then we can get started. Hopefully everything's good. Let me know if everyone's good to go. I don't want to tell too much news before people are actually in here. No, the stream will not take 39 minutes to start. So, yes, I know that happened one time before. Unfortunately, that was something that I couldn't quite control. I had a new phone and I had to figure that out. I apologize for that. But anyway, so there's a lot of stuff going on. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Secure, Snog, Glyn. Hopefully more people will trickle in before I talk too much. I don't want to repeat myself a million times in this stream. It's pretty hard to do when you're streaming, but so I'm not going to go into the news just yet. I'm sure you've probably seen it on other bigger Pokemon Go YouTubers channels anyway already, but I figured I would just have my take on it. You know, I'd give you guys my opinion on some of the news we found out today from John Hankey and from some other sources as well. Andrew, thank you for stopping by. Hello. Sec Dubstep, Notification Squad, what's up? Hey, what's going on? Thank you so much for having notifications on for this channel. That means a lot to me. That's really awesome, and I really appreciate that. I'm glad that I have a Notification Squad. That's awesome. Hi, y'all. How you doing, Roxanne? I hope that's how you pronounce it. I'm sure that is. I don't know if I've ever actually seen it spelled that way before, though. What's up, guys? How is your Pokemon hunting today? Personally, for me, nothing too crazy. Let me know in the comments. I want to know, hey, what's going on, Cassandra? I want to know your luck with eggs recently. My luck with eggs has been bad, and not by like getting Pokemon out of eggs. I mean, I've had a hit or miss with a lot of Gen 1. I did end up getting a new Gen 2 Pokemon today out of an egg, which I'll show you in a minute. But hey, how you doing, Dark Knight? Charlie, how you doing? But so I haven't gotten any 10Ks in like 3 days. So these 6 slots, I have hatched eggs out of probably 2 or 3 times completely, these 6 slots every day. So I would say today I hatched all 6 of these twice, and yesterday the same thing. So, but I have not gotten any 10Ks. It's always either been only 2Ks or some 5Ks and some 2Ks. Luckily now I have mostly 5Ks. But I don't understand why, like, when Generation 2 came out, I was getting so many 10Ks and I was super hyped. And now that I want to actually save up 10Ks, I'm getting only 2Ks and 5Ks. So I'd love to know what you guys have been dealing with. If you guys have gotten any 10Ks recently. Also, my luck with evolution items is absolutely atrocious. Right now, I currently have only 2 evolution items, and I'll show you right here. So right here it says I have 6,131 Pokestops spun. The last time I got an evolution item, I checked on it. And I don't remember the exact thing, but I know it was at like 5,800, like something. I think it was low in the 800s. So I've spun like 400 Pokestops, and I have not received a new one since my 7-day streak. So that is really, really unfortunate. I only have 2, and I would really like to get all the ones I need to actually be able to do them all at once in a live stream. But I guess we'll see how that goes. I know it's a really, really, really rare chance of getting them, but I've seen people that have like 20 already, which is crazy. And I've spun a lot of Pokestops. Yeah, I can't play all day, every day like I wish I could, but I still play for quite a while spinning Pokestops too in the local park. So I'm gonna put on an incense real quick. Nothing really good ever spawns on incense here, but might as well. Hopefully something good will spawn during the stream. That would be nice. I still need a Snorlax and an Aerodactyl from Gen 1 and 10K eggs. Wow, so I hope you're having better luck with 10Ks than me. I've had 5 kilometer only for the longest time and just recently started getting 2K, no 10K. Oh, so yeah, you've had the same luck as me. So when Gen 2 came out, they had a ton of 10Ks, I felt like, all at once, or at least I was getting a ton, and now it's like nothing for the past couple days. Only had upgrade and dragon scale for evo items. Still, I really want an upgrade really bad. I'd love to get a Porygon too, but I don't have an upgrade. Oh, look, it's a Venonat. Oh, I don't have my Go Plus on me, so unfortunately I'm going to have to actually catch these guys rather than just using the Go Plus. But I'll show you in a second some of the news. I want to show you the new Pokemon I got out of a 5-kilometer egg. Nothing too special. Not crazy, but I've actually never seen one in the wild, so it's kind of cool that I actually did end up getting one out of a 5K. Finally, I no longer need 2-kilometer eggs. I don't know about you guys, but I no longer need anything out of a 2-kilometer egg, so I don't really want them anymore. I really hope I do not get 2Ks. Obviously, I will, but I really do not want to. I want to get 5Ks and 10Ks, and mostly 10Ks. I'm sure so does everybody else. Keep saying error sending message. Secure, we see it. We see your message. Great second gen in Central Park. Yeah, I wish I could go back to Central Park. Unfortunately, I do not want to get another ticket, and I don't have the time. But I'm sure there's amazing spawns there. Remember the guy who was complaining yesterday about getting only King's Rock? There are 6 now. Wow, that's pretty crazy. Let's see. My 10-kilometer egg I hatched today was a Chansey with 500 CP and 80% IVs. That's actually pretty good, though. I mean, even if you don't end up using, like, evolving that into a Blissey, just the candies is nice. I wouldn't mind getting another Chansey out of a 10K. I don't have a ton of candies for a Chansey, and when I do eventually evolve one into a Blissey, I want to be able to power it up as much as possible, because they're crazy with gyms right now. Porygon 2 looks dank. He does. I did power him up. Wonderful IVs. Only got to 2,200. I'm level 31. Yeah, I don't think he has great CP at his max, but he's still a pretty cool Pokemon, and I think he can still do some pretty good damage. I saw a Donphan today, but it fled me. Oh, that sucks. I actually saw an Ursaring. It was funny. It didn't actually like spawn, but I saw it on my sightings actually. And I was parked at the park, and I was just about to leave to go back to work from lunch, and it popped up on the sightings. I looked really quickly for it. Like I quickly got out of my car and like just ran around the park just a little bit to see, but it didn't spawn. It might have been like there's other areas that are close by, obviously, and it was on sightings. It wasn't on nearby, so I didn't know exactly where it was. And there are other areas that it could be picking up from, and I didn't have time. I had to go back to work, so unfortunately I didn't end up getting the Ursaring, but I do have enough to evolve into an Ursaring, but I really want a good Teddy Ursa. I don't have one right now. So I have absolutely 0 party Pikachus. I saw one in the wild the first day it came out, thinking, oh, it's not a big deal. It was at a Pokestop. It was on nearby, and I was at work, and I was like, it's not a big deal. I don't have to get it, leave work real quick and grab it, because they'll be common just like the holiday Pikachu. Oh boy, was I wrong. So anyway, I'm going to jump into the news in just a sec, some of the cool stuff we found out, but I'm going to show you real quick what I ended up getting today. Nothing really good out of the eggs recently. Did I get anything? Oh, there was an Onyx that spawned in the park, which was cool, a Skiploom. Other than that, nothing too crazy, but I got this guy this morning out of an egg. I know he's not crazy. He's definitely not a good Pokemon. He's not one you would use in a gym, but I think Shuckle is a really cool Pokemon. Just the design of Shuckle, it's kind of cute. It's kind of weird. And I have not seen one in the wild yet. So it's kind of cool that I actually got one with decent IVs. Again, not that that matters because I'll never use it in a gym anyway. But it's just cool because I haven't seen one in the wild. So I am glad that I have that. I only need 3 more Pokemon out of 5K eggs. Stantler, Quillfish, and I can't remember the other one. Man, I'm so bad with that. But there's one more that I actually... Oh, a Fanpeep that I actually don't need to get like for my Pokedex, but I need it for candies. And yeah, so that's at least for the 5Ks. So I'm going to go into the news now. We have about 20 people in here, so I'm going to jump right into the news real quick. So I won't be able to see your comments. I apologize, but I'll go back to those in a second. So there was some stuff here. Let me close out the downloads. There was some cool things that were released in the GDC, in Game Developers Conference, which is actually something that I wish I could have gone to. Let me just make sure that we're all good here. Yep, everything's good. This is something I actually wish I could have gone to. For my school, I majored in game art and animation, actually at my school, and they were actually like having people go to GDC and stuff. I was never able to go, but it's it's Game Developers Conference. A lot of developers go to this conference. Niantic went, and they talked a little bit about some of their prototypes and some of their other stuff. So let's actually go to this image right now. So this is actually a prototype, something that was before the game was even really released. You can see the map is a lot different. The buildings here are all 3-dimensional. You can see the grass, you can see the parks, even the gyms you can see are a little different. You can see the Dragonite looks a little different in the gyms. They're kind of smaller and stuff. This is really awesome, and I really wish the game could have done this. But unfortunately, the reason this wasn't implemented into the actual game is phones couldn't really load it. There are already, oh look, a Hoppip. There are already a lot of problems with people playing the game on their phones. Some phones can't handle Pokemon Go just as it is. So to have this 3D map rendering wherever you go in the entire world would be kind of crazy, and phones would not be able to take it. I wish that they were able to do this. And honestly, I wish that they maybe had like a special update, and like if you had the proper phone requirements, you could do it, because I would totally get the phone that could run that. It's beautiful. But let's get into the other stuff besides that. That was just the kind of prototype for it. You could see apparently the female and the male. The female was going to be May, and the male was going to be Brandon, which is funny because that's me originally. But then they changed it where you could kind of make your own kind of character. But here you can see that there are weather. So we have sunny day, sunset, another sunset, overcast, and night play. So you have like the general day and night cycle of sunny during the day, then you have a sunset, and then night. Right now there isn't a sunset in the game, but that's something I'm going to get into in a little bit. But you can see here this sunset. There's two sunset pictures. One is like a clear day and another one's a cloudy, and then you have an overcast day. So this is something weather related. So it says reinforces that you're catching Pokemon in the real world. Immersive relates to your on-foot experience, but it's incorporating weather into the game. So what's really exciting about this is finally it seems like they're going to try and shoot for Pokemon that are spawning in certain weather conditions. Now, again, this was a prototype kind of before the game was released, but they're going back to this now. This is something they want to put in the, they want to put in the game. So this is really cool. They were showing off this prototype to kind of be like, look, we want to do these things. This was an original kind of prototype for the game. We want to do these things. You can see actually over here, this is where the sightings was. You can see a lot of the things are very, very different here. The level, the character stuff was up on the top, not on the bottom. Things were a lot different, but they still want to implement this kind of weather, forecasting stuff. So yeah, you have the typical day and night cycle, but they also want to do weather, and the reason for that is for the specific Pokemon, which I think is awesome. Imagine getting more water type Pokemon when it's a rainy day. Imagine getting more ice type Pokemon when it's snowing. Imagine, when it's a sunny day, you get more fire type Pokemon and more Pokemon you see in like a desert or a hot environment. I think that's really, really, really cool, and I'm hoping that they'll implement that soon. It seems like it wouldn't be too hard to implement because just like they have the day and night cycle now, where it's kind of more specific to when it gets nighttime for you, depending on the time in your local area, they could use a database to check the weather in your local area and give you the accurate weather conditions. Again, that could slow down the app a little bit, but it would be really cool, and I think it's a really cool concept. You can see here, the skies here are gorgeous, and I hope they do implement that in the future, and they plan to, it sounds like. And not only that, but this is going to be the one I showed you originally. This is now our map. This is what we see. This is more of a simplified version because a lot of phones can't take that crazy 3D map rendering. So this is more of what we get. You can see here, so this is now not a prototype of the past, but a prototype of the future. This is kind of what they're working on now. You can see the Go Plus icon here is a little bit different, and the sunset here. So I think what they're going to try to do is they're going to try and implement a better system for day and night, so you wouldn't just have day, night. It wouldn't just quickly transition, like click and then all of a sudden it's day, or click all of a sudden it's night. You'd have a slow transition throughout the day, which then would maybe correspond to whatever types of Pokemon, because again, we're seeing more day and night differences with Pokemon. So you'd have that in a more kind of gradient kind of basis, where it would be gradual. It wouldn't just be like, within a second, which I think is really cool. And also, this could mean that they're also going to add in the weather conditions soon. I'm hoping for this, because if they do that, that means not only will you get this nice transition throughout the day, it won't just click, but you'll also see not only types of Pokemon depending on what day it is, what time of day it is, but also what the weather condition is for that day, which I think is absolutely awesome. So it's beautiful. The art here is gorgeous, and I really hope they stick with that. It seems like they want to. All right, so let's close this out now, and we'll go back to what everybody's saying. I haven't seen anything here. Hey, Michael, thank you for tuning in. I'm sorry if I haven't shouted out anybody or said hello to anybody yet. I've been, again, I wasn't looking at the chat. But so that's basically kind of the cool stuff for the night and day and kind of some of that stuff. Now, we also got some news. I'm not going to, Eevee. I'm not going to like go to the actual source. You can look it up online. There are some Pokemon Go Hub sources. There's some Sylph Road Dropes or whatever, Dropes, one of the founders of Sylph Road talked about it. He has a contact actually in that either knows somebody who works in Niantic or just has like a friend that knows somebody. Whatever it is, he has a contact for Niantic, and it sounds like from what he said, trading is not really on their radar right now. They know that there's a lot of technical things they have to figure out, a lot of things when it comes to meeting people face to face they'd have to figure out. So I think that stuff, it makes sense that trading would be kind of something they wouldn't really be focusing on right now, because if they do focus on it, then they're going to have to focus all of their attention on it, and a lot of those other updates won't come out in a timely manner because they have to really kind of figure out the mechanic of getting people to trade without cheating and you know, having multiple accounts and whatnot. Michael, congratulations on hitting level 30. So yeah, let's see. You guys, yeah. So anyway, sorry, but so yeah, you have this kind of. I completely lost my train of thought, but yeah. So we have the day and night cycle. We have Drope's kind of contact saying trading is going to be on the back burner, but we're still going to get 3 major updates. It's most likely not going to be trading. Not only did his contact say, look, we aren't going to be getting trading anytime soon because of something he found within the Niantic or whatever. We also found that in the most recent update, the code that was in there for trading, there was very limited code, but we found a couple updates ago that they had put code in for trading, has actually been removed. So it seems like they don't want people to focus on that. They're going to remove that stuff to completely get it out of our minds, and then focus on some of the other stuff, because again, there's too many issues with trading right now, and they would have to put too much of their focus. Would you rather have trading come out this year and no other update, or 3 other updates come out? Obviously, for me, it's 3 other updates. Gen 3 comes out in August. I'm calling it. Yeah, I think. So this, I'm gonna kind of go into what my prediction is now after getting some of this news, because trading is definitely going to be pretty much a no-go. I really think 100% PvP is coming. Not only that, but John Hanke actually also said today in an interview that they are doing this. This is a 100% happening. We don't know exactly when it's coming out. It is obviously coming out. It's going to be one of the 3 updates this year, 100%, one of the 3 major updates, but it is coming. They want more interaction. They want people to be able to play with their friends. They want people to be able to battle with their friends. And something I thought that was funny that Nick said from Trainer Tips was, you could have real world arguments settled with Pokemon. You could have somebody blocking a bridge with Pokemon. I don't think that's very realistic. I don't think that's really going to happen. But the tournament aspect of it would be really, really cool to then have people go into Pokemon Go tournaments and be able to kind of cover that stuff. Pokemon Go will kind of explode again. I don't think it'll ever get as big as it was when it first came out, but there's so many avenues it can take now. I think it's going to be really cool to see that once they really focus on this PvP and they get it perfected, that it will explode. So I think that's going to be one of the major updates. And I don't know, they're definitely going to do a gym overhaul as well, because John Hanke also said he really wants to change the gyms. He doesn't like how they turned out, and he really wants to change those. So that's definitely going to be an update as well. Whether that's going to be in the same update as the PvP update, I'm not sure. So we might get 2 separate updates, one being a gym fix that's like a much better gym battling system, and then one is PvP with your friends. Or we might get them both as one update, which I think would be really cool. I also definitely think shinies are coming out, but I don't think that's a big update. I think that's just a minor update, because that's not a lot of work. I also think that there is... Michael, you said that there was a difference between day and night spawns. Yes, I did read that, actually. They've actually released, if you go to Pokemon Go Hub, they've actually released a study that they conducted of the exact Pokemon that spawn during the day and the night. So you can actually find out which Pokemon exactly spawn in the day and the night. I'm not going to go into that right now, but you can just go to Pokemon Go Hub and they have it. But so yeah, you have that, you have the the day and night cycle, you have these updates. Now, Generation 3 is also, in my opinion, definitely coming out. I think that's probably one of the major updates. Again, it'll come out probably later this year. Something that Nick also actually said was it took them 7 months to release Generation 2. It's not going to take them over a year to release Generation 3. That would be really, really dumb on their part. They don't want to wait even longer and have even more people leave the game. So they're definitely going to have it come out this year. Again, I don't think it's going to be the next update, but I think it's probably going to be the last of the 3 updates. So we're going to get probably PvP next. I would say PvP and possibly gym fixes next. And then we're going to get last is going to be Generation 3. And in the middle, either we'll get breeding, which again, I don't really think is going to happen. I don't think that would be really too much of a major update. Or we'll get some other kind of update, either legendary events or something with that regard. They are looking for an event coordinator currently, and they've talked about multiple times. John Hanke has talked about multiple times doing events for the game. So that's definitely going to happen. I don't think legendaries will be one of the major updates either, because again, that's an event. It's not an update. So I'm not really sure. I don't really know what the third update would be, but I'm hoping that what it most likely is going to be Generation 3, PvP, and then gym battling system fixed, all different 3 updates. But we'll see exactly how it goes. But that's basically my take on it. We do also have that John Hanke said that he was going to release everything basically in every trimester of the year. So you're going to have basically every 3 to 4 months is going to be a new major update. So we had the first one in the very beginning of the year, which was, Generation 2. Then we're going to have the next one, then the next one after that, and then the last couple months of the year, probably the last 3 or 4 months in the year, we'll get Generation 3. So he's basically announced that it's going to be like a trimester kind of thing, where it's going to be every 3 to 4 months that there's going to be an update. And I'm sure there's going to be events within those months. We're not going to be completely, have completely nothing in that time. We'll have, like double candy events and double experience events, and hopefully some other really cool kind of events. Let's see what some of you guys are thinking. Now, regionals will most likely always be regional exclusive. Yeah, I don't think they're going to do anything with regionals. Regionals are always going to be regional. John Hanke and Niantic as a whole really wants people to travel. So that's going to be, they want people to see the world. But Brando, if they release the gens too early, they will run out. There is only 7 gens. How long can Pokemon Go last? But if you think about it, if they released 2 generations every year, that's still 2, 4, 6, 8. So and I'm sure by the time they finish, there would be an 8th generation of Pokemon. So that's already 4 years of Pokemon Go. And that's not even like the only thing they would have. They'd have battling. They'd have other things. So yeah, the game would eventually kind of lose steam. But do you think in 4 and 5 years, as many people will be playing? Most likely not. I'm sure there will come a time where people will kind of get bored, even with some of the cool newer updates. Do I think the game will die after that? Definitely not. I think they will still run the servers. I think there will still be stuff. And every time a new generation comes out in the main series game, maybe they'll do something for Pokemon Go. But that's still over 4 years, and if they stretch some a little bit longer, depending on how big the updates are, if they do a major update, let's say 2 years from now, we're on Generation 4 or 5, and then they do a huge update that lasts us maybe a year, depending on what it is. Not that I would know what it is, but some incredible update that's not Generation Pokemon specific, but maybe like Mega Evolutions or something, right? We get Mega Evolutions. You have to get new Mega Evolution items, and you have to get them in a special way or whatever, and it lasts people all year. Yeah, it would kind of suck not to get the new generation, but they can stretch it out, especially if the game is still popular. So I don't think the game is going to die anytime soon, even if they're releasing 2 generations a year. I don't like the idea that you have to travel to countries to complete your Pokedex. It does suck that you have to travel and you have to spend money. I do hope that eventually they will have some sort of way where people that like trading. Basically, trading is going to be the only thing that you have people that, I don't think it's going to be like international trading. What I think it'll be is you have a friend or somebody who's traveled, and then they come back and they give you their Pokemon. But I think that's going to be the only way they can do it without completely breaking regional exclusives. I don't know what to think about Gen 3 releasing date. The beginning of summer sounds a little bit too optimistic. Yeah, I wouldn't get my hopes up, but I do think it's going to happen sometime, either midsummer at the latest, between midsummer and early fall at the latest, in my opinion. I hope PvP won't just be a waste of potions. Yeah, I agree. I hope they get it better than the gym system. John Hanke hates the gym system, so I doubt they're going to just do a duplicate gym system as PvP. I think they're going to try and really perfect it. But I hope it's more like the main series game, maybe a little bit quicker pace, because I know that they don't want it to be super slow and stuff like that. But I feel like when you're face-to-face with someone and you're not in a gym with an AI, you can actually... if somebody's attacking you using status effects and you're waiting for the next person to attack, it won't be as long. If somebody's sitting there in front of you and you're fighting them, you don't have to wait 20 minutes for them to use their attack and be like, are they ever going to attack? You can talk to them and be like, man, are you ever going to attack? Rather than it being like in a gym, if they did that where, the gym could be in process of battling someone and that person could be sitting there just doing nothing. And that could be a problem. So I don't think that's gonna be an issue, though, whether they do a slower gameplay more like the main series games, or they kind of try and do a hybrid of gameplay between the main series and Pokemon Go. Gotta do stuff. Okay, thanks for stopping by, Secure. I can't either sub, but that's what makes it fun. In my opinion, one day I will be able to catch them regionals. LOL. Yes, one day. I think these regional Pokemon... Oh, I gotta catch this guy. I think these regional Pokemon is part of the spoofing problem and is encouraging more people to cheat and hack the game. Yeah, but at the same time, like... It's more obvious to find out that someone's cheating when they have some of these regional exclusives. Like Niantic could easily be like, okay, your GPS is 90% of the time in this country. All of a sudden, it's in this country, and now it's back to this country. You're spoofing. Like there's an easier way to do that. Let's see. So for PvP, I have an idea. Where'd you go? Okay, for PvP, you should be able to bet Pokecoins and Stardust. Yeah, I have an idea that there would be ranks and would get a certain amount of Pokecoins for your rank. I agree. I think that would be kind of cool to do that, especially if they did like in-game tournaments almost, where you could do PvP across network and you could fight people across network. I think that would be cool. Again, that kind of contradicts the like somebody sitting there for a while and not doing anything. But if they were to do that, maybe they get timed out if they don't do anything in a certain amount of time. I mean, there are different things they can do. I have 3 regionals. I was lucky enough to go Australia and the US, but I still don't like the idea of regionals, and I'd rather... Hey, you're lucky to have 3 regionals. I only have 1. And we can't even get... I can't even get Corsola or Heracross right now. I do hope to go to Florida at some point, so that I can actually get those guys. My wife's grandfather actually goes there a lot, so I'd be interested to see if I could travel with him at some point just to get those Pokemon. I wonder what level John Hinkey is in Pogo, LOL. You know what? I hope he plays, and I hope he actually like is a high level, but I doubt he plays that much if he does play. C-Dub, there you go. Yeah, exactly. Is anybody else finding a frozen blue screen when you log in? I've been having problems where if I go into Pokemon, I hope it doesn't do it now, it'll freeze like this, and I won't be able to do anything. And I can't even like minus the app and have it still running in the background and go back in. And it's still frozen, and I have to restart it, and that's been really frustrating. I hope they fix that. It's funny because they had an update to actually fix those issues, and I think it's made it worse, at least for me when it comes to the Pokemon screen. So yeah, I think that's basically all the news. I don't think I'm missing anything in terms of any of the new stuff that's come out. We got the day and night cycle stuff. We got when the updates are coming out. We got that there's going to be no trading. So I think that's basically all of the updates. Obviously, I still have time to hang out. My wife's actually getting her hair done right now, so I don't have to go right away. But I'll still hang out for a little while and see what you guys are up to. How many Pikachus have you guys caught? I'd be interested to know. Just to see kind of what you guys have got. I've got none. I've seen one, but I haven't gotten any. Yes, I have an Android and it crashes on for me too. And it's not happening. Fingers crossed it won't happen now. Yeah, Cassandra, you're very lucky. Very lucky. This Android, it's been happening in the Pokemon screen where it does crash. So yeah, let's see. I have about 4.7 out of 5 kilometers on Larvitar, so I'll get 18 candies probably early tomorrow or tonight, depending on how much I drift. Because I don't know, since the update, there's been a lot of drift recently, and I just kind of walk around my house sometimes. Right now, because I'm upstairs, I'm not moving, but when I'm downstairs in the basement, I just drift. And I'll have the Pokemon Go Plus on, and I'll just drift, and I'll get a bunch of kilometers. So, the latest update helped performance issues on older phones, didn't help with the loading screen issue. There you go. Only 4. Hey, Glim, that's better than me. I don't have any. 1 Pikachu with 10 CP. Again, that's still better than 0. No birthday Pikachu, I saw one nearby. Me too, Martin. Exactly the same thing. My screen goes all blue when I log into. I'm on iOS. That's very weird. What time are you planning to end this? Are you planning to evening streams? What do you mean? I mean, I usually do a stream around 7, and I end the stream around 8. So sometimes a little after 8, sometimes a little before. But yeah, that's usually what my deal is during the weeks, at least. On the weekend, I'm gonna try and do a stream like in the middle of the day, so people who are in like Europe and in countries that are like really far ahead of us, like 5 hours ahead of our time zone or my time zone, will be, kind of more in it. Will be able to be part of the stream. Unfortunately, people in California won't be able to, but I've walked 105 kilometers with my Larvitar. Wow, how many kilometers have I walked? I don't think I've walked that far. 44. 44 kilometers with my Larvitar. And I haven't hatched one from an egg yet. I've only caught 2 Larvitar from the wild. So I'm really, really hoping that I get one out of a 10K. I do have 3 10Ks waiting, but I'm waiting to get all my 10Ks filled. At this rate, it's never going to happen. And probably if in the next week or 2 I don't fill up my 10Ks, I'm just going to hatch the ones I have because I'm sick of them sitting in there and hoping that they're going to be Larvitar or Mareep, because I still don't have a Mareep either. and I would love those candies. I also haven't found any unknown yet. I have a feeling I'm not going to be getting any unknown anytime soon. In my area, it's very rural, and I doubt I'll be getting any. And honestly, where we're moving is even more rural, so I doubt I'll get an unknown anytime soon, which is a little unfortunate. But where we are moving is actually, there is a small city close by, which is where I'll probably play Pokemon a lot, and I'll record a lot of videos there, and maybe even do some live streams there if the internet is good enough. So I will definitely, hopefully, catch an unknown there, because it's more of a city, and there are usually much better spawns there. But I found out the main reason for my other streams failing, the streams around the park at work, it's all because the internet there is terrible. I thought it was actually good, but it's actually really bad. So that's the reason why it never works. And I'm not going to stream there ever again, unless I don't move. If I stay in the parking lot, it's fine, but there's no point. I would rather just do a stream like this. 12:30 a.m. here, but I enjoy your content, and me neither. Unknown is never going to happen for me. Well, hopefully. Dub, I really appreciate it. That's awesome. I don't encourage anybody to stay up late just to watch my streams. They're nothing special. I just ramble on most of the time, answer your questions if I can, and that's basically it. Unfortunately, I can't walk or anything. You can't walk, unless I GPS spoof, which there is no way I will ever do. So it's me just sitting here most of the time, or explaining some of the new news that have come out. But yeah, I've kind of already done that. So I have no Larvators or Dratini. Try and hatch 10Ks. I know they're like so freaking hard to get now, but try and hatch your 10Ks, because I got 3 Dratinis in a row from 10Ks. So it's been crazy. I actually recently caught a Dratini 2 yesterday. This is the Dratini I caught, and I'm at 111 Dratini candies. I was at like 10, or no, I think I was at like 2 Dratini candies actually, because I had just evolved into a Dragonite, and then I had like walked the Dragonite for a couple of kilometers before Gen 2 came out. So I had 2 or 3 Dratini candies, and then I just hatched a bunch of Dratinis from 10K eggs, and now I'm at 111. Like, I spent so long. Here, I'll show you. There's this Dragonite over here. I was trying to get candies to evolve another Dragonite, and I walked this guy. Oh, is it not going to show anymore? Really? I wonder if it got wiped. That's unfortunate. Oh, maybe because he's not my buddy anymore? Well, I walked him over like 300 kilometers to get candy. In case I have like basically all I need. So that was kind of a buzzkill. Yeah, what is this unknown? LOL. Yeah, seriously. 1:32 a.m. here in Denmark. Yeah, I will be doing an earlier stream this weekend, hopefully. I'm going to try and do an earlier one, and I'll try and schedule it a day or two in advance so that you guys know, so that it's not going to be so late for you guys in Denmark and in that side of the world. Brando, you have a 2 Totodile, right? How many candies are they rare for you? Yes, Totodile are super rare for me. I'll show you. I haven't, just the starters in general, the Gen 2 starters are so rare for me. And I don't know why they're so rare. It's upsetting because the Gen 1 starters are semi-rare, but I get Squirtle everywhere. Especially because I live in a water biome, you'd think I'd have more Totodile. I have 14 Chikorita candy, 13 Cyndaquil, and 12 Totodile. And it's just like, it's frustrating because I live in a water biome, you'd think you'd see more Totodile. I haven't seen a Totodile in days, or any of the starters for that matter. I'm a big boy, I'll be alright. I like what you're doing, pal. Thanks, Dub. I appreciate it. How's your dog? Oh, he's doing great. He's downstairs right now. He's alone right now, actually. My wife wanted me to spend some time with him while she was gone, but I'm streaming. I would bring him up here and stream with him in the room, and he would be good. He would just probably sit on my lap and wonder what was going on, but I have the bunny in here as well, and the bunny has hay flying everywhere whenever he does anything, and he poops a lot, and he gets his poop everywhere, and my dog loves eating his poop. I know it's gross, but it's like a delicacy to him, so I don't like to have him out and about in here when I'm not focusing on him, because he will eat the bunny poop, and we don't need him puking everywhere, especially in our bed, because he does sleep in our bed with us. I walked my Magikarp for the 400 candies, and I feel like Gyarados wasn't really that worth it. I mean, Gyarados is awesome. He's a great Pokemon, as long as you don't get Bite Twister. Although Bite Twister is actually pretty good as a defensive moveset, because people say it's the worst moveset, but when you're fighting a Gyarados with Twister in a gym, it sucks. Twister is horrible. It sucks to fight. You walked a Magikarp. Hey, at least the Magikarp is only, 2 kilometers, and then you get a candy, so that's nice. We have a Totodile nest. You're very lucky, Charlie. I want a starter nest. I have no starter nests anywhere by me. I've gotten all my nests. All of the Gen 2 nests that are by me, I've gotten everything out of. There are no Gen 2 nests. They're only Gen 1 now. I'm really hoping for the next migration to happen soon. I think it's going to happen in like a week or two, so that I can finally get a Gen 2 nest. Hopefully I get Gen 2 nests. Hopefully they're not all become Gen 1, and then I don't even get any new Gen 2. I walked a Magikarp 2. Gyarados sit high in gyms. They aren't bad, lol. I like Gyarados. They're better than a lot of Gen 2 Pokemon, to be honest with you. Gyarados, a lot of Gen 2 Pokemon don't have really high CP, which is kind of a buzzkill. But I need it for my decks. Yeah, Gyarados isn't a bad attacker. Definitely not. Do you think they will bring back the evolution item on 7-day streak? No. Unfortunately, Jamie, I don't think so. I don't think they will. I think they're going to leave it as is. I do hope they play with it a little bit. I wish it was a little bit less rare, or they did do it on 7-day streak. I liked the idea of getting an evolution item on a 7-day streak, especially because there was more of a reward for having a 7-day streak, right? Like now, other than the experience and some of the more Pokeballs you get, like that's all I ever get, more Pokeballs. Not getting anything special kind of stinks. What they could do is they could do something like every 7-day streak you get a fragment of an evolution item. Yes, it'd be introducing new items into the game. It'd be like evolution item fragments, and you'd need like 4 evolution item fragments to get a full evolution item. So there would still be a 0.04 chance of getting an evolution item from a Pokestop normally, but then you'd have on your 7-day streak, you would get 1 of 4 pieces. So after a month, you can get a full evolution item. Or if there's different fragments for different evolution items, then it could take even longer for you to get a full evolution item. But I think that would be at least something. We'd get some semblance of a reward for 7-day streak, more so than what we're getting now. Twister got merged. Now it's way better. Cool. So that's great. I mean, I've been putting Gyarados in gyms still anyway. He's one of my I think he's my second highest CP Pokemon now. It used to be Lapras, but now it's my Gyarados. Yeah. 20 and 25, they're dead now because they were in gyms. In fact, you know what? I'll power him up. Why not? He's got Bite Twister, not great, but you said, whatever. He's better now. And I don't foresee getting another Gyarados anytime soon, so I don't mind using up these candies. But yeah, so there you go, 2871. And he's still really good in defending gyms. For the most part, he lasts pretty long, and he's always like the top in a gym, so that's fine. My Gyarados has Bite Hydro Pump. That's really good. That's awesome. I wish my Gyarados had that. That would at least help drive people to play every day. Thanks. Yeah, definitely, Jamie. I hope they do something like that. I don't know if they will. The thing is, I got 2 Snorlax with bad moveset. Hopefully I can trade them when trading comes out. Yeah, I mean, just keep trying to get 10k eggs. I know it's hard, and if you don't spend money on the game for incubators, it kind of sucks. But I have so many Snorlax from 10-kilometer eggs. It might just be my area. I think my local Pokestops that I go to just spits out Snorlax like you wouldn't believe. But I just every 10k is either a freaking Snorlax or now a Pineco. It's always Pineco too. I see like YouTubers like, yeah, I got a Pineco, and I'm like, you don't even understand. Like, you're probably gonna get Pinecos a lot, or at least I do. Let's see. That was worth it then. Yeah, Michael saying to Cassandra that the Gyarados was worth it, definitely. Maybe if you walk your Pokemon, you get a better moveset when you evolve them, lol. Honestly, that would be cool if they did that. If you walked a Pokemon, if it got a better moveset. I don't know if there's any science behind that, but that would be pretty cool. Body Slam on Snorlax is legacy moveset and is great for gyms. Yeah, I don't know. What do I have? This is my top one. Lick and Hyper Beam, my top one. I have so many. Lick Hyper Beam, Lick Body Slam. So there you go. This guy has Body Slam. I'll throw them all in gyms variously, throughout the thing, throughout the time. And I'll use them to attack gyms too. They're pretty high CP. I can literally just do a whole garrison of Snorlax and pretty much beat any gym. They're pretty OP. Some of them don't have the greatest IVs, but most of them are above 80% IVs because I got them from 10Ks. Let's see, 10 Snorlax. Wow, yeah. Again, 2 from catching, the rest from hatching. I got a Fortress before I got a Pineco. Yeah, I had that happen a lot. I had a lot of Generation 2, like, second evolved forms before I got the first one. It happened with an Azumarill and a couple of the others. I think you should be able to get rid of eggs. It's the only thing you can't get rid of. Yeah, I really wish you could too, but the reason they don't do that is because they know everybody would just get rid of all their eggs until they got 10Ks. And then 10Ks wouldn't even be rare. So, like, getting a Tyranitar, everybody would have a Tyranitar because everybody would have destroyed all of their eggs except for 10Ks, walked those, then whatever hatched, even if it wasn't Tyranitar, keep on going, or Larvitar, until they had Tyranitar. So I can understand why they don't, but what they could do is they could do, like, maybe you can get another special item, even from a 7-day streak or something, that you could smash eggs, but you could only smash like one a day or one a week or something like that. So like you'd have to be very meticulous, like, oh, I just got another 2K, I really don't want a 2K, smash the egg. Or maybe that's kind of gruesome, smashing a Pokemon egg, you're killing a Pokemon. Maybe like transferring it to the professor or something. Something like that would be cool to maybe have a cap, so you can't just keep on transferring or smashing whatever and then being able to just get all 10Ks and the rare Pokemon not be rare anymore, but you'd be able to have one once a week or something that you could get rid of and switch. That'd be kind of nice, especially for people that don't have enough money to buy this stuff, or can't afford it, or don't want to buy it, which I think is completely fair. Can never say no to a Snorlax. You know what, Michael? The problem is, at this point for me, it's like I just don't even care. Unless it's 100 IV. If I got 100% IV Snorlax, I'll be happy. But at this point, with 10 Snorlax, with like all of them or most of them above 80% IVs, a couple of them in the 90s, it's like I don't even care anymore. I just want Larvitar and Mareep. Hey, what's going on, Karsten? I'm walking my Larvitar, have 41 candy so far. Very nice. I wish I could play the game more, you know? That's something that I hate. The fact that I can't play the game as much as I would like to. So I only really am able to play an hour or two if I'm lucky every day during the week, and then some weekends even more than that. Some weekends maybe 3 to 4 hours, or even 5 hours if I'm really lucky. But some weekend days not at all, or just very minimally, even maybe an hour again. So I'm not able to play as much as I would like to. If I was able to play like, you know, every day, all day, like if this was my full-time job or whatever, I would just walk. I would be like, my legs would be super, super strong, because I would just be walking and running and bike riding every day, long paths. I'd be going like all these different places trying to get Pokemon and trying to get K's on my eggs and buddy candies. Unfortunately, I do not have the luxury to do that right now. One of the things that they should introduce in Pokemon Go is the possibility of saving a team of Pokemon for using in gyms instead of continuously selecting them. I think that would be a nice luxury, definitely. You could have like your team for attacking a gym, your team for defending a gym. They should have like presets you could set. That would be really nice. Like when you go into a gym, you'd have like preset 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or you could name the presets, attack, defense, whatever you wanted. And then if one of the Pokemon is dead, then it might automatically add it in, or it's empty and you can fill it. I think that would be really nice. Maybe they will do something like that. Again, they want to do a gym overhaul. Maybe an item to auto-hatch the egg without incubating. Yeah, the only reason I feel like they wouldn't do that is that kind of defeats the purpose of actually walking. At least if you were getting rid of the egg and you were getting another egg, you're still going to walk. Let's see, transferring for Stardust and or candies. That would be nice. Again, it couldn't be like all of your eggs. It would have to be 1 or 2 a week or something. What do you think about The Walking Dead? I love The Walking Dead. I think I watched this week's episode. I think I watched it yesterday. Yeah. I usually watch it at work on my phone. I love The Walking Dead. It's great. They should extend the streak bonus and make it so you get an evolution item and a 10K on your 14-day streak. That would be nice. Maybe it would, to have both of those, I think would be a little crazy, but maybe they could do something like, if you have an empty egg slot, one empty egg slot at least, then you will get a 10-kilometer egg every 7-day streak. So make sure you have an empty egg slot before you get your 7-day streak, and then you will automatically always get a 10K egg from your 7-day streak. That would be nice, and I don't think that would dilute the rarity of 10Ks, because you'd only be getting an extra 10K every week, one extra one, which I think would be good. That's what I originally thought the daily bonus was going to be like, just continuous. Yeah, Karsten, it'd be even cooler if you could choose an egg 2, 5, 10. It would be cool if you could choose, if you wanted one that was other than 10. How you doing, James? Welcome to the stream. I mean, they should stop it at 14-day. Yeah, I mean, they could, do whatever. I don't know. I think the 7-day streak is fine, but a lot of mobile games do that, but they also give better rewards, a lot of mobile games. Swear to God, for like 2 months now, I've needed an Aerodactyl to complete Gen 1. That's the main thing I want from 10Ks. I have, how many Aerodactyls? I have 3. One I caught from the wild. It was my first one, which was the 910 one. That was in Burlington, Vermont, actually. We sat down for breakfast. This was on our honeymoon, mind you. My wife was cool enough that we were sitting down for breakfast at a really, really good place. If you're ever in Burlington, Pennyclues. It's an amazing breakfast place. Small. It's very hard to get into in the morning time. You got to go really early. But we were sitting down, just about to order, and I saw an Aerodactyl on the system at the time. I think it was just sightings at the time, or an old system. It wasn't nearby yet, and I was like, oh my god, I don't have an Aerodactyl. I need this. So I ran down the street and just tried to find it, because it's kind of like a block, like blocks or whatever. So I just like ran straight down, ran to the right, and luckily I was able to catch it very quickly, because if I had taken too long, I would have either been chewed out by my wife, or I would have had to go back because of breakfast. So I think I ran down like outside of the restaurant, made a right, ran up, it disappeared, then came back, and then I went to the left and it spawned for me in the park, and that was the first one, and then the rest I got from 10Ks. I think it would be cool if they came out with a double Stardust Berry or something along those lines. Yeah, they had something like that. They had speculated that. I think Pokemon Go Hub had speculated that originally, but I think that would be really, really cool to have a double Stardust as well. Definitely. So you would have to pick between if you wanted double candies or double Stardust. I think, yeah, I mean, that'd be cool. And then I don't think Stardust would change too much, although you do get more Stardust for higher evolutions of Pokemon. So yeah, I mean, you could get like, a ton of Stardust if you caught like a Dragonite or something with a double Stardust Berry. That'd be cool. I got 32 Aerodactyls. If that's true, that is insane. Show your Pokemon. These are my Pokemon. What do you want me to show? Do you want me to show Gen 2 Pokemon? I can show Gen 2 Pokemon. But yeah, I have a lot that I can evolve to Gen 2. I have a lot of Gen 1 that I can evolve to Gen 2. But I'm waiting to see what that event is. That guy that said save your candies. I want to know what is he telling us about to save our candies for. If it's double XP, I want to wait because I do want to level up quicker. What's near? What's nearby right now? There's a Sneasel actually. That's cool. Is anything going to spawn in front of me? Probably not. There's a spawn, so I'll show you. There's a spawn right here where I'm pointing. And then there's actually a spawn right here. There's two Pokemon that spawn here, and then there's one here, but it doesn't always spawn here. This is kind of a spawn that just happens randomly sometimes. This one is consistent. There are always at least one or two Pokemon here, and there's usually at least one Pokemon here. So yeah, my wife's home, so I will have to go in a couple minutes. Everyone would choose double candy. Yeah, well, dependent. I mean, sometimes, like, I would do, for, like, if I was catching an Eevee or something, I would do double Stardust. No problem. Let's see. Have you had any yet? What did Snog say? Oh, did Nightbot... what did Nightbot do? I'm sorry. Let me see. A party hat Pikachu just spawned by my house. That is awesome. I haven't been able to get to Nightbot and prevent him from removing Caps Lock, so don't Caps Lock, or he'll put you in timeout, but that is awesome, Snog. That is really cool. I wish that a party hat Pikachu would spawn in front of my house, but I haven't gotten one yet. Everyone would choose double candy, nice Snog. So what is the point of the Nana Berry? Can you eat them? Yeah, I just throw my Nana Berries out. The Nana Berry is only to prevent Pokemon from like jumping and moving around. I've only used a couple when there was a Pokemon that was like a common Pokemon or a fairly common Pokemon. But I didn't need to use a Raspberry, didn't need to use a Peanut Berry, and it was annoying me because I kept on missing my throw. Then I would use a Nana Berry, but they're basically useless to me. Yeah, Nightbot got you for using caps. Go get that Pikachu for sure. I have a Pupitar, or a Pupitar. It's supposed to be Pupitar, like puppy, but a lot of people say poopy. Pupitar with 1,000 CP. That's pretty awesome, James. Pretty awesome. Well done. I delete them. Yeah, me too. Congrats, Snog. Keep it forever. Definitely. I'm so hyped. Just got my first party hat Pikachu. Awesome, Snog. Nana Berry is useless, pretty much. That's awesome, Snog. Yes, it is. There's a cat entering the room right now. I hope that they don't jump on the keyboard. They love jumping on the keyboard. Oh, it's my wife. Never mind. I thought it was a cat. I didn't know. There's always a cat opening the door. She just got a haircut. Yeah, you look very, very cute. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. Yes, thank you, Michael. I was just chilling and watching your stream and looked at Pokemon Go, and there it was on sightings. Look, my stream is good luck. You get party hat Pikachus. If only I could get a party hat Pikachu. So yeah, you look very cute, babe. You look like a professional with your glasses on. Let's see. Cassandra says hi, Sonia.
Hi.
I don't know if you could hear that, but she says hi back. I will steal that from you, Cassandra. I I use Nana on Pokemon that are low CP that are trash. Yeah, I mean, it's good to just get rid of Nana berries. And if you're going to use them, might as well use them on Pokemon that you're not going to use any berry on anyway. Might as well, use them up for something. Especially if you're throwing and wasting all your Pokeballs on them. So I'm going to end up going in another couple minutes, 8 o'clock, and that'll probably be the end of the stream. It's going to be about an hour at that point. But yeah, so I'll answer some questions before then. Sec Dubstep says hi, Sonia, as well. Hi. I was going to say hi, Michael. Or say Michael, lol. Let's see. Yeah, so... yep. China. I found at China. What'd you find, James? What'd you find in China? Oh, you found unknown in China. Were you in China and you found an unknown? Because that would be pretty awesome. As long as you didn't cheat to get there. Can you add nests? Hello. Yeah, you can. I mean, do you mean like add nests into the game where Niantic will put them in? Not really. It's Brandorkian army thing. Oh, the they're using the emoji with the glasses as my like symbol. Yeah, definitely. That is, it's funny that you say that, Cassandra, because that's something I send my wife all the time. The glasses with the dorky emoji. That's the one I always send my wife, and she sends me. So I'm glad you guys adopted that. That's probably my favorite emoji. Let's see. Yeah, so you can't add nests into the game. You can add them on the Sylph Road to tell them, hey, look, there's a nest here. But you can't really add them into the game. Some people are saying that open street maps, you can, if you make something a park that is not a park on open street maps, but it is a park in real life, that Niantic might use that. But there is no proof to that. They are using that in Korea. I think they've been using that open street maps because they don't have access to Google Maps there. But I'm not really sure. An unknown spawn yesterday in Romania too. That's cool. Unknown. There are unknown that spawn all around the world, and especially in cities. But I don't live near a city, so. Unless I want to go back and get another ticket, which I prefer not to do, I'll start using that emoji. Thank you, Sec. Yes, that is a dorky emoji. Skarmory alert. Cassandra, you should go grab that, definitely. Go grab that Skarmory. I don't know if you already have one, but you should definitely grab it, because those are... They're I would say, probably rare to uncommon, at least for me. I've seen 3 already, and I caught 2. Unknown is 22 times rarer than Tyranitar. Yeah, Unknown is the rarest Pokemon by far in the game. It's 100% more rare than Tyranitar. Can we see Sonia's new haircut? They want to see your new haircut.
Hi.
There's a little bit of a delay, so you won't see yourself for a second.
Yeah, that's weird.
But yeah, she's so there you go. There's her new haircut. She looks very professional. She liked it really short. I don't know. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Now.
Can we see? Yep, there it is. Skarmories are fast attackers. Nice. Oh my God, she's so cute. Thanks, Cassandra. I appreciate it. Unknown only spawn 1 to 2 times a day in the whole of London from the reports I have heard. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Looks very nice, Michael said. Thank you, Michael. Thank you for complimenting her. Question for you all. If I don't get any more Party Pikachu, should I save it or evolve it? That's hard to say, Snog. Try and get one more, because then you can evolve one and keep another one. That's what I'm going to try and do. I still don't have any, but that's what I'm going to try and do. Shout out to all of us over in Australia. Yeah, shout out to you. I want to head over to Australia at some point. It's beautiful there. And you guys have Kangaskhan, which is a really cool Pokemon.
I'll pass. You have to take a plane.
She's afraid to fly. She's never been on a plane, but she's afraid to fly because her dad scared the life out of her. Would you rather power up Gen 1 Poke with high IVs and good moveset, or try for new moveset? If it has high IVs and it has a good moveset, I would power it up. But if it doesn't have a good moveset, then I'd probably wait to evolve and then power up. Hey, Sonia, Glenn says.
Hey!
Well, that was in my ear.
You're welcome.
Yep. So, yeah. But that's basically it for now. Nothing else too new. What level is Sonia in Pogo? She doesn't play that much. What level are you?
Like 16?
I think she's 16 or 17. She doesn't play that much. She's gotten most of her levels from me catching rare Pokemon for her.
No, so, yeah. I played most of them.
In the beginning, you played a lot. And when Generation 2 came out, that night you played.
Yeah, that's why I'm like level 16.
I think she leveled to 16 that night, actually.
Yep,
it's probably in the video. But she doesn't play as much. Clearly, she doesn't play as much as me because I'm
Addicted.
Yes, addicted.
You have
addicted.
a problem.
Yes, I have a Pogo problem.
They need an addiction counselor for Pokemon.
Yes, well, I'm sure they have video game addiction counseling, so I'm sure they have a Pokemon one. Oh, did you guys notice this too? I noticed this. So today the news function in the game that came up after the new starter Pokemon was announced, after you saw that, like, oh, the new 80 Pokemon, and then you had like the starter Chikorita, Cyndaquil, and Totodile. When that news like eventually like went away after that kind of update was old news, the news button disappeared. So it didn't stay there. And now the news button is actually back again. And if you click it, it tells you about the berries. I don't know why they didn't all do it at once. I don't know why they didn't all... I don't know what you're saying. What happened?
There's cat barf.
Yeah, our cats puke a lot. But so I don't know why this didn't come. Like, you should be able to swipe and just go to like, berries from the 80 Pokemon thing, but they just released this like yesterday. I saw this or something.
Your foot is so close to it.
Really? Oh yeah, it is. I picked some up before. Oh, we need to hit those meeting up Pogo addiction. Yeah, seriously. It's a good problem, Andrew said. Yeah. Let's see. We'll all be sitting in a circle talking about our addiction. Yeah. Well, I would rather not sit in a circle. I'd rather go Poke hunting.
It can be a good problem if you don't take it too far.
Yeah, I guess. I don't take it too far.
Mm-hmm. I love you anyway.
I told them about on our honeymoon when there was an Aerodactyl, and I left when we were in Pennyclose, and I ran out when we were about to order, and I ran and grabbed it, and I said, you were awesome for letting me do that. Should I power up a 100 IV Starmie with Water Gun Psychic? Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, Starmie isn't a great Pokemon, but it's much better than a lot of the other Pokemon, and if it's 100 IV, why not? My news is with Pikachu. Really? Mine just says the news on mine is different. Really? Okay. Well, that's interesting because mine is berries. I got the new 80 Pokemon a couple of days ago stopped, and I had no news. And then I had the new berries. I don't have anything about the Pikachu. But, okay. All right. I just wanted a Pikachu. Then I ran across Hyde Park for an Eevee. All right. So, did the Pikachu despawn? That sucks. Let's see. What does it say? We'll be sitting. Yeah. That's cool. I'll tweet it to you now. Yeah. Andrew, was it you who sent me? Somebody sent me the amazing spawns, or was it Glenn? I don't remember who sent me the amazing spawns that one night. Here, I'm checking my Twitter now. Who sent that to me with those amazing freaking spawns? That was insane. Oh yeah, it was Glenn. You guys should check my Twitter. And he had a Seadra, which isn't great, not too crazy. A Party Hat Pikachu with a Furret, okay. Party Hat Pikachu with a Furret, and then the evolution of Slugma, like Magno, whatever, I don't have him yet. And then a Tyranitar with another Party Hat Pikachu. I mean, the spawns are better at night now, between 12 and 1 especially, but oh my god, to have a Tyranitar, that is awesome. So, alright, I'm going to have to end up going soon. Brandorkian, celebrate Pokemon Day by catching a festival. Wow, so you actually have a different news than me. You are lucky. I wish I had that news. I wish I had Party Hat. So you can catch this Pikachu now? Party Hat Pikachu? But it's super rare. It's rarer than the Holiday Pikachu.
I want it!
Yeah, and it evolves into Party Hat Raichu, so it has...
Get it for me.
If I ever find one, I found one at work, but I was at work. I didn't want to go and grab it.
I don't want you to find it for me. I want to get it myself.
All right, well, you know what I found too? She doesn't know, but female Pikachu have heart tails. I'll show you real quick. I'll show you female Pikachu. She doesn't know. So a female Pikachu has a heart tail like that. You see that? So the Party Hat Pikachu I saw at work had the hat and it had a heart tail. But it was at a Pokestop and I'd have to leave work for it. And I couldn't leave work. You wouldn't be happy with that one. So, let's see. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Definitely. Thank you.
Like and subscribe.
I don't have that news either. Yeah, I don't know what's weird. Big Daddy Red. What about Big Daddy Red? Do you have gold for Johto yet? No, I could get gold for Johto, I think, with my Gen 1 to Gen 2 evolutions, but I'm waiting for that. Currently, I think I'm close. I'm close to gold. I have 55 out of 70, and I think I'd have probably 65 to 66. So I'd be close to gold if I evolved all my Pokemon. I tried to DM you, Brandon, but it wouldn't work. Just tweet me. You don't have to DM me. I don't know. My DMs might be off. I'll open my DMs. You play Pogo at work? Definitely. 100%. I usually have my Go Plus on. And it's usually doing stuff. I sit behind a desk at work most of the time, so I can, quickly check Pokemon every now and then. All party Pikachu I've seen have heart tails. Hope that's unique enough to keep. Yeah, I mean, the heart tail just means it's a female. Now that there's male and female differential or whatever, that heart just means that it's a female. I don't have any female Pikachus actually right now. All of my holiday Pikachus are male. But yeah, it just means it's a female. You can get a party hat one that's a male, and you can get one that's a female. Let's see. You play Pogo at work? Yes, I do. All right. So it is actually 8 o'clock. It has been an hour since I've started streaming. The question is, why aren't you playing Pogo at work? Oh, exactly. Other than maybe being fired. I have 2 girls and a boy party ones. Nice. That's awesome. I'm hoping this weekend I get at least a couple of them, and hopefully you will get them too. So yeah, I have to get going now. It's been about an hour. We have some stuff to do. But thank you guys so much for sticking around. Glenn, you said check your Twitter. I'll check that real quick before we go. I don't have anything new, Glenn, but I did see what you sent me the other day. So, yeah. Anyway, I do have to get going. Have an awesome night, guys. Have a great day, depending on your time zone.
Like, subscribe, and
stay dorky. Salvatore, thank you for subscribing, and have a good night, everyone. As always, just like my wife just said, stay dorky. You guys are awesome, and I will see you